Hello everyone, welcome back to science class today with a theme this time, wash your hands. So let's remember that this week, wash your hands often and wash them well. So how did that message suddenly just appear out of nowhere? Blank white paper, suddenly we got words on them. Well, let's dig into it. I'm going to show you today how to make invisible ink. Are you ready? So here's all we need to make invisible writing. Basically just baking soda and water. Alright, so get your baking soda and measure out 1 teaspoon of that. Dump it into a little bowl and measure out the exact same amount of water. 1 teaspoon of water, and also dump it into your bowl. You could use a tablespoon of each also if you want to make a little bit more. Shake it around, maybe stir it up a little bit. Yep, get it nicely mixed in there. Alright, there we go. There is our invisible ink. Let's write some letters. Two things that work really well: toothpicks and cotton swabs. They work very well for writing. Cotton swabs will write a little bigger. You'll get a nice wide, like a marker kind of writing. And a toothpick will be more fine. For a toothpick, I would probably cut a bit of the tip off, just so it's not quite so sharp and fine. You don't want to tear your paper. And also for the toothpick, I would let it maybe just soak in your ink a little bit. Let it soak in there for a bit. But why don't we grab some here on our cotton swab. You don't want it dripping wet, so maybe rub it off a bit on the side of your dish or off in your fingers. And then we can start writing. Why don't we write my name? And I'm going to dip a little bit more and get some more on there. Again, wipe it off so it's not too much wetness. And there I wrote my name. A little hard to see, that's the way it's supposed to be. Let's write some small letters on there. This had a good chance to soak there. And I'm going to write some small letters on here. Again. Once you see it starting to get a bit dry, dip it in again and keep on writing. You might have to keep your mixture mixed up a little bit. The baking soda tends to settle to the bottom, so shake it around a bit before you dip in your cotton swab or toothpick. Okay. Let's let that dry. That is the next step. We have to let our drawing that we drew, we have to let it dry. Okay? So, maybe I'll blow on it, wave it around a bit, and we'll come back once it's nice and dry, and I will tell you the next step. Okay, now for the big reveal. Can you see what's written there? Hardly. You can see some lines in there where we use the big cotton swab. Here's how you do it. We just need to add a bit of heat to it. So if you have a glass top stove, that'll be perfect. Works really well. If you have a gas stove, just get a big cake pan or something and put it on the gas stove and lay your paper inside that. Now, you need to do this with your parents watching. Or supervising, because you're using a stove and you're putting paper on. If you get the paper too hot, it could start on fire. So be really careful. Make sure your parents are with you to help you out. So turn on the stove burner to about medium heat. Make sure the paper's smoothed out, but don't touch the stove when it starts getting hot. You could have a egg turner or something like that with you to help press down on the paper. Could help to smooth it out. Okay, let's just wait till it gets nice and hot. Takes a bit of time. The paper needs to heat up well. If the paper starts turning black or steaming, then it's a little bit too hot. It's time to take it off. As you can see, as it heats up, it's getting darker and darker. You can see that Kevin name appeared pretty well. What I wrote in small letters, I don't think I dipped my toothpick quite enough times. It's a little bit faint. You can read it. You'll get it. It's a little hotter yet. As you can see, it's getting darker. The name is getting darker. This printer now I have almost more towards high than medium, but that's okay. Once the paper starts getting brown like this, then that's about as dark as your letters will probably get. And there we have it. Kevin and Crilton School. I made another one. Let's throw that on the burner once. See if we can figure out what that has on it. Can you see it from there? Let's find out. There, that's nice and quick. It's already done. My burner was hot. There we go. That's it. So, there you go. You can use invisible ink. Just a bit of baking soda and water. Mix it together and you can draw pictures. You can write whatever you want to and put it on the burner for a bit and it'll turn nice and dark like that and show you what was written. You can write little notes to your brothers or sisters or your dad and mom this way and have them put them on the stove and see if they can see what you wrote. So practice and you'll get really good at this. Okay, thanks for listening again, and we'll be back with you tomorrow with another science video.